Bhakta-vrinda. Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nishavatarakam Tat Prakasham Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Granthira Arambhakori Mangala Charana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinera Smarana Hoya Vigana Vinashana Anayasa Sapal Nija Vanchita Purana Jai Jai Kripamoy Jagatirana Nath Sarva Jagatira Kuru Shubhadrishtipat Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear Vaishnavas, for joining. We are reading Srimad Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila chapter 9, which is entitled The Tree of Devotional Service. And we have read till text number 42. Now we'll move forward and read the next verse. Etavajjanma safalyam. We read that actually. 42 we read, but it's an important one. So we'll just read it. Etavajjanma safalyam dehinam iha dehishu pranirarthe dhiya vacha shreya acharanam sada. It is a duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, intelligence, and words. Hare Krishna. We read that beautiful verse. Text 43. Pranir upakaraya yad evaha paratracha karmana manasa vacha tad eva mati man bhajet. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. By his work, thoughts, words, an intelligent man must perform actions which will be beneficial for all living entities in this life and the next. So beautiful. Unfortunately, people in general do not know what is to take place in the next life. To prepare oneself for his next life is common sense, and it is a principle of the Vedic civilization. But presently, people throughout the world do not believe in the next life. Even influential professors and other educators say that as soon as the body is finished, everything is finished. This atheistic philosophy is killing human civilization. People are irresponsibly performing all sorts of sinful activities, and thus the privilege of the human life is being taken away by the educational propaganda of so-called leaders. Actually, it is a fact that this life is meant for preparation for the next life. By evolution, one has come through many species or forms, and this human form of life is an opportunity to promote oneself to a better life. This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Yanti deva vrita devan pitrin yanti pitrivritaha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajinopi mam. Those who worship the demigods take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ghosts and the spirits will take birth amongst such beings. And those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. And those who worship me will live with me. Therefore, One may promote himself to the higher planetary systems, which are the residence of the demigods. One can promote himself to the Pitriloka. One can remain on earth. One can also go back home, back to Godhead. This is further confirmed every elsewhere in the Bhagavad Gita 4.9. Tyaktva deham punarjanma neti mameti suvarjuna. After giving up the body, one who knows Krishna in truth does not come back into this material world to accept a material body, but he goes back home, back to Godhead. This knowledge is in the Shastras, and people should be given the opportunity to understand it, even if one is not able to go back to Godhead in one life. The Vedic civilization at least gives one the opportunity to be promoted to the higher planetary systems, where the demigods live and not glide down again to animal life. At present, people do not understand this knowledge, although it constitutes a great science, for they are uneducated and trained not to accept it. This is the horrible condition of the modern human society. As such, the Krishna consciousness movement is the only hope to direct the attention of the intelligent men to a greater benefit in life. Hare Krishna. Thank you. This is a wonderful verse that how every person should engage their prana, their karma, which is actions, manasa, which is the mind, and vachasa, which is the words, where pranir praninam upakaraya, for the benefit, for the welfare of other living entities. We should use our words, actions, karma for the benefit of other. Now one may question what is real benefit. So the real benefit as per the scriptures is to help them to understand what is the true goal and purpose of life. And that is to go back home, back to Godhead, to understand the path of Bhakti Yoga, to understand that the world is not our true home. It is Dukhalyam Ashashvatam. And by engaging in this process of Bhakti Yoga, by practicing oneself and by sharing with the others through their mind, through their words, through their intelligence, one will be truly happy. Hmm.
The problem is not all religions actually believe in reincarnation and afterlife. Even in our religion, even though they believe it, a lot of people, like you said, don't want to believe it
Hmm.
actually. So it's very hard because majority of the religions don't believe in this reincarnation, rebirth, and like you said, the sects that we are reading do believe in it. But when people around you kind of make fun of you and don't believe in it, it's harder to believe in something like this. But it's a very good thought process. The reincarnation, if you believe in reincarnation, you want to do better. You want to prepare yourself for next life. That's I actually believe in that, but a lot of people around me, even though they're from India, don't believe in it.
Hmm.
So
Correct. That is true.
and then
And
when if you believe in it, they make fun of you. Like, what's wrong with you? And they're not from here. Even from people from India don't believe in it. A lot of people don't believe in it.
hmm, yeah, that is true. And that's what we say. The definition of normal behavior is that if someone is going to discos and clubs and casinos, that is considered normal. And eating cow's flesh,
Right.
drinking expensive alcohol, that is considered normal. So they believe that's normal. They
Right.
don't feel that there is anything wrong in killing innocent animals for their own tongue. But the point is, It's not about whether I believe it or not. I may not believe that, you know, driving on the right side of the road is important in US. I may not believe in that. I may drive on the left side, but I will have to pay the consequences. I may get fined, I may get
Exactly. Yeah.
accident. So ignorance of law is not an excuse. A child may not believe that putting hand in the fire is going to burn me. They may feel fire is some, nice fancy colors, but the fire is still going to burn the child. The fire will not say, oh, this child didn't believe. This child was ignorant. This child was innocent. So therefore, like even with gadgets, right? Many people, some gadgets or some even, uh, people buy certain things which harm them, right? It could be a knife, it could be a sharp knife, it could be some electronic gadget they don't know that they how they were supposed to use it. They tried exploring and it exploded. Maybe it was some battery or some, remote control car and it exploded.
The only problem is if you believe in this, then you think there are consequences. If you think everything is random, then you don't know if this is the consequences of your bad karma. So it's the entire thought process. If I don't believe in reincarnation and if something bad is happening to me, then I think it's random. It can happen to anyone. So the
Mm.
entire thought process, has to be changed, or whatever someone wants to believe in.
Yes. Therefore, we need guide, we need scriptures, we need manual because
Right.
every Tom,
Yeah.
Dick, Harry will have an opinion.
Right.
Like a child, they may believe it that 2 plus 2 is 4, or they may think it's 5. But how do
Right.
they develop correct understanding? By approaching a right teacher, the right books. So similarly, like we don't question 2 plus 2 when our teacher says it's 4. Why do we think 2 plus 2 is 4? Why not it's 7?
Right.
Our
Because we've
teacher
been
taught
taught.
it.
Yes, we're taught. Exactly.
Yes, we are taught after A comes B. Why not after A comes D? Like who decided, right?
Right.
After A will be B.
Right.
Interesting. We believe in many things. We go to a restaurant, we believe that they're going to serve us nice food and not put poison in that. We believe.
Right.
We put faith there. We go to an amusement park, accident happens there. The rides sometimes they fall. We believe that we'll not fall. We put faith there. We believe in the road, the other people driving the car, that they'll not end up crashing in my car. The truck behind me will not slam into my car. We believe in that. We put faith. We go to a barber. The barber has a sharp blade. They can slit off our throat. We believe that he's not going to do that. He's a stranger, right?
Right. Right.
So we believe in so many things.
Right.
But when it comes to scriptures, we become unreasonably doubtful.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
So we have to, and the scriptures and all these examples I said, like
Yeah.
restaurant,
Hmm.
wrong has happened there. People have got food poisoning and disease by bad food there. People have met with accidents on road, but people still
Still go back.
still
Sometimes to the
do
same
that.
restaurant. Yeah. Sometimes to the same restaurant. Exactly.
So we should not be unreasonably doubtful, rather have a genuine faith. And I understand that not everyone will read scriptures. It's fine, their choice, but they may have to pay the consequences. Not they may, they will. And that even all religions, even the Bible says, the mills of the God grind exceedingly fine, right? So we'll have to pay the consequences of our own karma. We like it, we don't like it.
Correct.
Therefore, human life is a life of choices. A deer, will eat grass. The
Hmm.
lion will eat deer. They don't have choice, but humans do have choices. So one has to intelligently exercise the choices, otherwise we miss the opportunity. That's what Prabhupada said. This is a golden opportunity here. Mm. Very thoughtful suggestions and thoughts. And therefore, we need to share. We need to share this knowledge firstly with ourselves, equip ourselves, and then share to the best we can. Explain them in the way they can comprehend and understand, right?
Right.
It's very important. As someone who does not believe, like, why a small child born, what is the logical rationale or explanation? A small child, someone is born in a multimillionaire family with
Right.
great health, and someone is born in a slum with deformed body.
Right.
What is the logical explanation?
I
Who
have done
chose?
that. And the answer I get is it's a random. Not everything in the life has to have meaning, Swati. And I'm like, that's what
Hmm.
I'm saying. Some people are open to receiving the knowledge in this lifetime, and some people are not. Maybe this lifetime, it's about making mistakes for them, and next lifetime, they'll be more receptive. I think the timing also has to be there. Maybe you're not ready to receive
Yeah,
that message. So I
certainly, certainly, that's true. Because, and Gita explains that. Yesham tav gata antav gata papam. Those who are pious, they only can understand. Those who are too much drained into materialistic things, they don't have time, energy, mindset, and and aptitude or eagerness. They will think this as a super waste of time, but they'll spend hours and hours in casinos and pubs, and that they will think as great, so-called,
right.
good thing. So that's fine. Right time, as you said, whether it's after some hours, months, decades, years, lifetimes, that God knows. But we can still, if if they can't hear the words, we can give them prasad, we can pray for them. Silent prayers also help.
Right. Thank you.
So we'll move on to the next verse. Mali manushya amar nahi rajya dhana phala phula diya kari punya uparjana. I am merely a gardener. I have neither a kingdom nor very great riches. I simply have some fruits and flowers that I wish to utilize to achieve piety in my life. In performing welfare activities for human society, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presents himself as being not very rich, thus indicating that a man need not be very rich or opulent to act for the welfare of the humanity. Sometimes such rich men are very proud that they can perform beneficial activities for human society, whereas others cannot. A practical example is that when there is a scarcity of food in India on account of meager rainfall, some members of richer class very proudly distribute foodstuffs, making huge arrangements with the help of the government, as if merely by such activities people will be benefited. Some people there, sorry, suppose there were no food grain, how would the rich men distribute food? Production of grain is completely in the hands of God. If there were no rain, there would be no grain, and these so called rich men would be unable to distribute grain to the people. The real purpose of life, therefore, is to satisfy the supreme personality of Godhead. Srila Rupa Goswami describes in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that devotional service is so exalted that it is beneficial and auspicious for every man. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also declared that to propagate the bhakti cult of devotional service in human society, one does not need to be very rich. Anyone who knows the art can do it and thus render the highest benefit to humanity. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes the part of a gardener because although a gardener is naturally not a very rich man, he has some fruits and flowers. Any man can collect some fruits and flowers and satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotional service. As the Lord recommends in the Bhagavad Gita 9.26, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadham bhakti upaharitam ashnami prayat atmanaha. One cannot satisfy the Supreme Lord by his riches, wealth, or opulent position. But anyone can collect a little fruit or a flower and offer it to the Lord. The Lord says that if one brings such an offering in devotion, he will accept it and eat it. When Krishna eats, the entire world becomes satisfied. Wow. There's a story in the Mahabharata illustrating how, by Krishna's eating, the 60,000 disciples of Durvasa Muni were all satisfied. Therefore, it is a fact that if by our life, prane, by our wealth, arthe, by our intelligence, dhiya, and by our words, vacha, we can satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, naturally the entire world will become happy. Therefore, our main duty is to satisfy the Supreme Godhead by our actions, our money, and our words. This is very simple. Even if one does not have money, he can preach the Hare Krishna mantra to everyone. One can go everywhere, to every home, and request everyone to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Thus, the entire world situation will become very happy and peaceful. Hare Krishna. This is so amazing. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I am not a big person. I don't have Rajya, I don't have Dhana. Lord Mahaprabhu is saying that as a acting as a simple, humble devotee. He's saying I'm simply a gardener, Mali hum, an ordinary person. Gardener, as Prabhupada is saying, I'm generally are not considered very wealthy. Simple gardener. In India, they may come on their cycle, do some work. Over here in West, actually, the gardener could be a multimillionaire. That's a separate story. But generally, if you go back, generally simple people don't have Rajya, but they still have simple Phala Phula Diya Kari Punya Uparjana. I simply have some fruits and flowers and I wish to utilize it to achieve by it. So, this is the mood of a devotee. No one can say, well, I cannot help others because I don't have money. No one can say, I cannot help others. Everyone can do that. Lord does not need money. Of course, if one has, then one can use. If one has intelligence, one should use. If one has the ability to speak, one should use. Prare arthe dhiya vacha, whatever one can. Krishna is happy with simple fruits and flowers. So Lord is instructing all of us to become Mali, a gardener, and and nurture this seed of devotion. Nurture this Bhakti Lata beach. Water it nicely. Put good manure. Put good fence. Good fence means don't let the mad elephants come. Good watering means mad elephant here refers to the Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad. Don't let the tree be trampled by the Vaishnava Aparad. Don't let the sapling be trampled. Don't let the creeper be trampled by the offenses to devotees or others. Water it with Shravan, Kirtanam. These are the water. Put nice soil. Soil, the word soil, humus, humility. The word humility comes from the word humus, which means soil. So, soil of humility, eagerness, devotion, enthusiasm, and then the seed will grow. The nice bhakti fruits will come. and then one can share these fruits with Krishna and offer it as prasad to others also, both figuratively and literally. Hmm. One can offer this to God, and one can offer it and share with others. Krishna Prabhupada is saying simply one can tell others, please chant the Hare Krishna mantra. The world will become happy. If we satisfy Krishna and we try our best to share with others, the world will become happy and peaceful. This is what the world needs. Happiness and peace. Everyone is looking for that. And this is the formula for world peace and happiness by being Krishna conscious and by sharing Krishna consciousness. Any thoughts, comments in this text?
Yeah, this is very beautiful that you don't need money
Mm,
for any of this. You just have to, whatever, I mean, even if you can preach the name of the Lord Krishna consciousness, I mean, and talk about it, I think that gives peace. I think that's beautiful. You don't need money basically to do something nice, like we've always believed. I
mm.
really like this passage a lot.
Thank you for your thoughtful comments. And rather, Prabhupada is saying that sometimes money may make one proud,
Right.
right? Like, for example, here, when there is scarcity of food, some rich members, they proudly distribute food. Oh, look at me. If I was not here,
Right.
these
Right.
people would go hungry.
Right.
They forget that, oh, Mother Earth is producing the food, the rains, right? Production of grain is in the hands of God. They forget. They think, oh, no, I am the Karta Dharta. I'm the one who is providing them the grains many times, and that can become an issue. That a rich person may become proud. Oh, I am running this society. I am running this village. I'm the one who provides food, water, shelter here. And they may consider themselves as God. So one has to be careful. Hmm.
And even the reason they got money is because of the God. So even them, I mean, they are just a means to an end to help people. But if I have a lot of money, that's because of God. I mean, everyone does hard work.
So true.
So you get arrogant, and then, like you said, you get arrogant and you think you are the one who's doing everything. And that's not okay.
Hmm.
That's a very good, very nice passage.
Thank you. Yes, Shama Karuna Mataji, you want to read this next verse?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Danvat Pranams. All glories to Prabhupada. Malihana vrikshaha ila et eita ichate sarva pranira upakara haya vrikshahaite. Translation. Although I am acting as a gardener, I also want to be at the tree, for thus I can bestow benefit upon all. Purport. The Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most benevolent personality in human society because his only desire is to make people happy. His Sankirtana movement is especially meant for the purpose of making people happy. He wanted to become the tree himself because a tree is said to be the most benevolent living entity. In the following verse, which is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.22-23, Krishna himself highly praises the existence of a tree. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Here, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling that I've got so many fruits that I wanted to distribute, but there's no one to take this. So I've got so many fruits. Please take it. So he's there ready to give. He himself is a God. He is the Lord, Krishna himself. But he's come as a devotee, and he wants to see the people to be happy. He wants his children to be happy. So he started this Sankirtana movement and make all the people to chant the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, which is so simple. But the people are not there to take it. So he has his disciples who went far and wide to spread this Mahamantra. So, yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so benevolent, and he's so down to earth. And when somebody tells that he's God himself, he used to close his ears. So the Lord, when he's telling so, he's so humble. That we were not able to take this fruit, which is so sweet and nectarian, and which nourishes our whole body physically and mentally.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
The most benevolent living
Living
entity.
the tree.
Namo Mahavadanyaya. This is referred to the tree, and Mahaprabhu is saying, I want to be that tree. The tree is very, very glorious. We will see that in the next verse. And Mahaprabhu is aspiring. Of course, we know he's the root cause of everything. He's the tree, he's the gardener, but he's aspiring that I not only, want to keep this with myself, but I want to share this with others. Mhm. So, the most benevolent personality referred to Mahaprabhu and referred to the tree also is only desire is to make people happy. Now he's acting as a role of devotee. So this should be our desire also. Our desire should be to make other people happy. Of course, we cannot artificially do that if we are not happy ourselves. How will we, like if a beggar is, how can a beggar give charity to others? How someone is struggling with hunger can offer food to others. So first is self-care, self-improvement, nurturing our bhakti lata beach first, and then also become an instrument for the purpose of making other people happy. And what is true happiness? Some people feel if I distribute hamburger to homeless people, they'll be happy. Will they be happy? If I distribute hamburger to like
Time being, the hunger might diminish. I mean, be satisfied.
yeah, they
Not
may feel temporarily pleasure. Oh,
temporary.
yeah, but that's not true, you know,
To make a
benevolence.
person happy. Yeah.
Rather, I am getting intricated in the law of karma by killing animals, and they are also getting somewhat intricated. So we have to understand what does true happiness mean? What does it mean to share true happiness? If someone likes alcohol and I give them a bottle of alcohol, they may feel pleasure. Oh, nice, I got a free bottle of alcohol. They may feel happy. Wow, you are my true friend. But that's not being true friend. True friend is one who reminds us of our true goal of human form of life. And that is real happiness. And that is to share Krishna consciousness. That is real philanthropic activity. So let's see. Let's read more about the tree. Yes. Who wants to read?
You want me to read, Prabhuji?
Sure. Mataji.
Swati Mataji wants to read.
Swati Mataji, you want to read?
Yeah, 1 second. So that's text 46, right? Once. Mm. Text 46. Aho esam varam janma sarva pranay upjivanam sujana vasya yesam vai vimukha yanti nartinai. And the translation is, it's cutting out on the side. Maybe it's on my phone. The translation.
Does it help?
Yeah, it's cutting on. Yeah, for me. Just see how these trees are maintaining every living entity. Their birth is successful. Their behavior is just like that of great personalities. For anyone who asks anything from a tree never goes disappointed.
Yes. Want to read the purport? It's a longer purport. Would you like?
Yeah, I can do that. According to Vedic civilization, Kshatriyas are considered to be great personalities because if anyone goes to a Kshatriya king to ask for charity, the king will never refuse. The trees are compared to those noble Kshatriya because everyone derives all kinds of benefits from them. Some people take fruit, others take flowers, others take other take leaves, others take twigs, and others even cut the tree. And yet the tree gives to everyone without hesitation. Unnecessarily cutting trees without consideration is another example of human debauchery. The paper industry cuts many hundreds and thousands of trees for its mills. And with the paper, so much rubbish literature is published for the whimsical satisfaction of human society. Unfortunately, all these industrialists are now happy in this life by dint of the industrial development. They do not know what they will incur the responsibility for killing these living entities who are in the form of trees. This verse, quoted from Srimati Bhagavatayam, was spoken by Lord Krishna to his friends when he was taking rest underneath a tree after his pastime of stealing the clothes of gopis. By quoting this verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us that we should be tolerant like trees and also beneficial. One second. Hmm. What is- Which give phone is really creating a lot of trouble for me. One second.
Move up and down. Does it help?
Which give everything to the needy persons who come underneath them. A needy person may derive many advantages from many okay, from trees and also from many animals. But in modern civilization, people have become so ungrateful that they exploit last line. Hold on. Okay. Trees and animals and kill them. These are of some of the sinful activities of modern civilization.
Mm. Very nice. Thank you so much. Any thoughts on this text? Isn't that powerful?
It's the same thing which we were discussing, is the short-sightedness. You think about instant gratification, cutting trees, animals, without literally thinking about the consequences and the pain you actually given to these animals when you kill them. So obviously there will be consequences later on in life or in your next lifetime.
There's all like kids' books. Have you heard of this? The Giving Tree. I'll share a quick summary since we are talking about the tree. Mm. So someone gifted us this book, The Giving Tree. And we read it. It was a very nice, small, sweet book. So long story short, in this book is somewhat what is shared here also. Basically, the greatness of trees, the most benevolent trees, they only know giving. Has the tree ever asked anyone, give me this? any tree approached you and said, I'm too tired standing in the sun, like right now in Florida is over 100 degrees, they accept the harshness of the scorching sunlight but give us shade. Is it not? They tolerate the extreme colds. They tolerate extreme floods. They never say, why me? But they just give us food, shelter, clothing, paper, home, medicines, flowers, fruits, whatnot. Right? So in this book, The Giving Tree, there is a story about a child who used to visit the tree every day in his childhood. He would climb the tree, he would swing on the branches, he would eat the apples from the tree, he would play hide and seek, kids. He would rest underneath and sleep in the shade, like how Krishna was doing, or actually we are doing what Krishna. Many people still in India take shade, rest under the tree shade. Very, very relaxing and very grounding if you ever sit underneath the tree shade. So natural. So the boy, had fun time, early childhood. A lot of time he used to spend with the tree. So the tree kind of became a friend. When the boy returned as a young man after staying away from a long time, you know, the tree invited him to climb the branch, swing, eat apples, but the boy said, no, I'm too old to play. I want money to make things and enjoy life. The tree said, well, I don't have money, but you can take my apples and sell them in the city and make some money. So the boy takes the apples and leaves and sells them, the fruits of the tree. The boy again comes now as a mature adult, and the tree asks, like, I see you coming less now. The tree was very delighted to see him and invited him, hey, would you like to play hide and seek? And he said, no, I'm too busy for that, and I want a house now. I want a wife, children, a place where my family can live. The tree said, no, I don't have a house, but I can offer my branches. You can take my branches and cut them and build a house out of it. Most of the houses in India or even anywhere, a major portion is wood. Mm. Wood furniture, wood frame, wood roof, wood is used in every aspect. Roofing, walls. So the tree took the branches. Now the boy became old, and the tree comes back to the tree after a long time. The apples are not there. The branches are not there. The boy said he wants a boat to sail far away and escape. The tree said, you can take my trunk and make a boat out of it. The boy did that, or the adult did that. Now, the boy was very, very old, late phase of life, and comes back again. And the tree apologizes to the boy, to that person. I don't have the apples to give. I don't have the branches for swinging. I don't have the trunk for climbing. The old man says, I don't need any of those things. My teeth are too weak for the apples. He's too old to swing and too tired to climb or travel. All I want is a quiet place to sit and rest. And the tree says, hmm. The tree straightens and there's still a stump left, and the boy, that person, rested on the tree stump. Hmm. Very touching story. Is it not?
Yes,
So,
Prabhuji. Very ungrateful. Man is always greedy. So the tree gives, and we take.
yeah, there's a beautiful line. God gives, and
Gives,
forgives.
forgets,
We get, and forget.
forget.
So much we have taken from nature, God, Mother Earth. Do we take a moment to express gratitude? Should we take a moment to express gratitude? Is it not? Right now in Florida, like we are sitting in a comfortable air-conditioned room, right? Most of the people, whether in US or in India, it's so hot, it's so cold, they don't get affected because of the gadgets and appliances. But the tree says nothing. Another beautiful story about the tree, the greatness of the tree, and this is the main thing about today's section, the greatness of tree, which even Krishna is glorifying. Why we are glorifying trees is not just we thought for a change. This verse is talking about how great trees are. One time a boy hit, stone on a mango tree and he got mangoes. The mango would fall. And I'm not sure if you did in this childhood, but when I was around 10 years old, I used to also climb trees, and there was a there was a berry tree near our home. And we used to go and climb. One person would sit and would collect the berries, and one person would go up and start, throwing off the berries. And there was a lot of risk, adventure. Sometimes we'll fall also and hurt ourselves. And then sometimes the owner, the neighbor would come with a stick, and then we all used to run. It was such a fun time. Um, so the tree only knows to give. Yeah, the boy's story. So the boy was hitting the mango tree, the mangoes would fall, and one fine day, the owner who had these big mango trees in his yard, he was sitting outside in his garden, and the stone didn't hit the mango, rather it fell right on the owner, and he got hurt. He got hurt. He was very angry. Who is that person? Bring him. I'll punish him. And they called that boy. They caught the boy. The guards caught the boy. They brought him in, and they were about to punish him. This was like a local king, you can say, very rich person, kind of a small king in his own city, small town. And the boy said, "Sir, before you punish, I just want to share. I thought that our king is very, very noble. Someone told me that king is so noble. King is very, very great. But I see that the tree is much greater than the king." He said, "What? What do you mean? Tree? People don't consider tree as anything valuable, or at least they are just like dead. Many people even consider them like dead or lifeless, or they don't move. They don't matter, right? What do you mean greater than the tree?" He said, "From many years, I have thrown so many stones at the tree, and the tree gave me nice juicy fruits, mangoes. But once my stone accidentally hit you, and you are punishing me severely. So you are much less than a king, than a tree, actually." Isn't that beautiful? Like that, how the tree Mar Khai Prem De. This comes in Doyal Nitai Chaitanya. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole. Nachari Amar. Mar Khai Prem De. Was the mood of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And here actually we are comparing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to tree. All Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is aspiring to be a tree. This was his mood also. Mar Khake Prem. This is very hard. This should be a mood of a devotee or a preacher or one who wants to genuinely do good to others. They will not get good in return. Most often that's the case. If we expect I'm doing good, people will do good to me. Sorry, that's not what the tree gets. Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, he was trying to genuinely give the holy name to Jagai and Madai. What did he get? He got hurt. He got the pot of liquor, the clay pot on his head. Often devotees, often Srila Prabhupada also, he was doing good, but so many attempts, in the life-threatening situations. So a preacher, a devotee, one who's sharing Krishna consciousness, even though he may treat others nicely, but he may sometimes get very, very bad treatment. Therefore, we have to always keep the tree in mind, always keep the mood of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu in mind. Mar Khai Prem De. So trees are very, very benevolent. We can learn so much from tree. We can talk about trees for hours, and it's worth. It's in the Bhagavatam. There are so many. Even Mahaprabhu, amongst the 8 verses, he says, Trinadapi Sunichena Taror Iva Sahishnuna. Taror Iva Sahishnuna means tolerant like a tree, being humble like the blade of grass. Amanina manadena kirtaniya. If we want to chant continuously, we have to learn to give all respects to others and expect none in return. And tree actually does that. The tree will not say, hey, 2 months later you took all my apples, the giving tree. Now you're coming again. Did you bother to water me? Did you bother to put manures to me? Did you bother to sow more seeds after taking all those apples away? And you got all the profit by selling them, but you never gave anything, even a tiny portion. You never thought that this tree, sometimes I get weeds, sometimes I get termites. Did you bother to take care of me? No, the tree tolerates. It's very hard, actually, to be like a tree. It's so hard, I feel. It's not easy. So hard. We think we are great. We are actually, I'm talking about myself. I think I am great. Actually, I'm so fallen than a tree. A tree is millions of times better than a me. Hmm. Giving his life, giving every part of his body in the service of humanity. That's tree. Any thoughts, comments, questions? Anyone who asks anything from a tree never goes away disappointed. Their birth is successful. So nice. Their behavior is like of great personalities. So nice. Aho Ishamvara Janma Sarva Prani Upajivanam Su Janasyeva Ishamvai Vimukha Yanti Narthinaha. No one goes empty when they come to the tree. And I think I was sharing this. This is the book, The Giving Tree. This is the tree after only the stump was left, still used for watering. And this is the book, The Giving Tree. Selflessly, tree gives, the boy used to come first asking for apples. And at the last stage, he was like this um, old man, nothing. So Any thoughts, Mataji? Any comments, questions?
I think, Prabhuji, the tree and the animals. I have heard one more story of this tree where uh, a man is chased by a tiger, and he climbs a tree, and he wants to protect himself, and there the bear is living. So the bear tells that you can stay here, but the tiger tells, just push him, he is very ungrateful, don't, he will not give you anything. At least if you give me, I'll give food for, he will be a food for me, or you can eat by him yourself. But Bettles, because he has come to take shelter under my tree, I will not. Chase him. I will not push him. So the tiger goes away. But the tiger asks the man, see the tiger, the bear. It is always harmful. So you just push the bear. And this man is so ungrateful. He pushes the bear, and he takes shelter under him, and even then he is very ungrateful. So in this way, animals and trees both are very grateful. But I think when the animals, I mean, compared to everybody, they are man is very greedy.
Mhm.
So nice, the trees, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. You know who tells this story to whom?
So this one I forgot, Prabhuji.
Hmm. The story was told by Mother Sita to
Oh,
Sri Hanuman.
yes, yes, yes. Uh,
Hmm.
when she has to forgive him, is it not? I mean, what is the reason, Prabhuji?
So the context is that, after Lord Ram defeated Ravana, Hanuman visits Sita Devi in the had threatened and tormented Sita Devi for a long time. And he's very angry now and he wants to punish them. Now Sita Devi tells this story
Mm,
on mercy. So the story is of a hunter, right?
mm,
A hunter chases a lion in the forest and trips, loses his weapons. Now he takes refuge. The lion chases the hunter now, right? And the hunter climbs on a tree. The lion cannot come. And this hunter has climbed the tree and begs the bear to spare his life. Halu. Hmm? So the lion tricks, the lion says that, bear, you push. Hmm. And there are multiple versions of this. Hmm. That there's a monkey or there's a bear. So, but in this story, there's a bear. So the bear said that I won't push him because he has taken my shelter, right? So the bear refuses to push this man who had taken the shelter of a tree. Later, the bear falls asleep, and the lion tells mm, the man to push the bear, and the man
mm.
does that because he wanted him to be safe.
Save,
Because if the lion eats the lion will go away, the bear will be gone away, and he can escape.
save himself.
So basically, the point is that um, That's the story of compassion which Mother Sita is showing upon even the demonesses. They were just all only following the wicked Ravana's order, right? Because Ravana told them to torment Mother Sita.
Mhm,
It's,
mhm.
it's not that they are to be blamed. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
এই আজ্ঞা করলি আদি চৈতন্য মালাকার পরম আনন্দ পাইলা vriksha parivar. The descendants of the tree, the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, were very glad to receive this order directly from the Lord. It is a desire of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that the benevolent activities of the Sankirtana movement, which was inaugurated 500 years ago in Navadvip, be spread all over the world for the benefit of all human beings. Unfortunately, there are many so-called followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who are satisfied simply to construct a temple, make a show of deities, and collect some funds and utilize them for eating and sleeping. There is no question of their preaching the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. But even though they are unable to do so, if anyone else does it, they become envious. This is the condition of the modern followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The age of Kali is so strong that it affects even the so-called followers of Lord Chaitanya. At least the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must come out of India to preach his cult all over the world. For this is the mission of Lord Chaitanya. The followers of Lord Chaitanya must execute his will with heart and soul, being more tolerant than the trees and humbler than the straw in the street. Wow. So Mahaprabhu is giving orders directly. And the genuine devotees or the descendants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which applies to us as well, must be very glad, so happy. Parama Ananda Paila Vriksha Parivar. Glad that we are in this tree. We are also part of this devotional tree. And we must do everything and anything possible to help to please Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How? By preaching the message of Krishna consciousness with one and all, with selfless intentions. This is the request of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Execute this with heart and soul, being more tolerant than the trees and humbler than the straw. See, Prabhupada's direct message for all followers of Lord Chaitanya, which includes us as well, or aspiring followers. And he's saying, must come out of the India. Wow, this is interesting. So, place is not the criteria. Oh, I'm in US, I'm in London. How do I do that? Rather, Mahaprabhu wanted this. So wherever we are, we can still do and preach the message of Krishna consciousness. This is the request. This is the order. This is the our devotee feels so happy in doing that genuinely as well. Any thoughts, comments, Mataji?
You have told everything, Prabhuji, so nicely.
So I think we'll need one more session and try to complete this.
Okay.
So we'll do it tomorrow evening at 8 p.m.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Shri Chaitanya
Thank you so
Charitamrita ki jai, Shri
much.
Prabhupada ki jai,
Jai.
Sarve Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai,
Jai.
Guru Bhishra Kripa Sindhubhyai Vacha, Ditana Pavane.
Vaishnavi Namo.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.